Another great event in downtown Joliet, and I want to introduce you to Mr. Michael Guglielmucci, who is the head man for another great event in downtown Joliet, Nitro Nite. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon, evening, and into the night hours. Michael, congratulations.
Well, it's the work and the effort of everybody at the City Center Partnership and the mayor. This was the mayor's baby.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted to have this a couple of years ago, and it's finally come to fruition. And we're wearing sunglasses, so that means we got some good weather and kick off the O'Reilly Auto Parts NHRA Nationals at the Route 66 Raceway. And you know, it's just like old home week. You know, we'll be doing this again September 11th for Race Fan Rally presented by NASCAR Car Wash, and we're, you know, this is a warm-up, man. We're getting ready to go. Have a lot of fun. Yeah,
this is the first time we've ever had Nitro Nite, and we've got a great band, a lot of classic cars, which we'll show you in just a minute or two, some great vendors, some brand new sponsors. The sponsors for this event, brand new neighbor, great business here in the Joliet area.
Tony's Finer Foods, and we had a meeting with Tony's Finer Foods and told them what we were doing and what we wanted to do. And this is about downtown Joliet. This is about the city, and they were very happy to jump on board. And they're the presenting sponsor for Nitro Nite tonight. So thank you to them, as well as Allstate and ProTown Properties. Without our partners, you know, we can't do this, and so it makes for a nice night.
That's for sure. Now, we will be talking to Chicagoland Speedways down here today. The Route 66 division of that is here today. The mayor will be here. We catch up with him. And you can't see the folks because we've asked them to get behind the cameras, but there's a lot of folks down here. We'll talk to some of those as well. And just to give you a little tantalizer for next year, you got to. I'm always saying this, but put it on the calendar for next year, because one of my favorites, one of our locals, one of our great guys, has one of his cars down here, East Side guy, and he is known as?
Johnny Lawson.
Yeah. John Lawson is down with his car. Well, he's here with his team. I think he is traveling right now, but gracious enough to get his car down here. They just a little bird out here a few minutes ago. And that was one evil Mach 1 from, who is that?
That's Rocky Ausec's car. And, you know, the drag racing goes, the history of it goes so deep, as NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, Indy cars, you know, midgets, whatever it is. But it seems like NHRA drag racing just goes so deep, and guys build nostalgic dragsters and race cars and funny cars. And we got a couple of them here tonight, and Johnny Lawson's and Rocky Ausec, and, you know, thanks to them to come out and having a little fun. They just lit the wick on Rocky's car, so we're going to have some fun.
You know, you talked about history, and we will catch some of those interviews later on, but coming up in this show, some great, iconic memory drivers will be up on stage tonight.
Yeah, Shirley Muldowney, the first lady of drag racing. She's the first lady of racing. You know, you see now what's happened with the Danica craze and all of that that's happened, but Shirley was the first one to break that gender barrier and became a top fuel world champion and won so many races in both funny car and a top fuel dragster. And so we'll talk a little bit to her and just kind of relive some of the greater parts of her career and talk about the movie Heart Like a Wheel that they did about her.
Yeah, that's great. So stay tuned, because we got a lot more coming up right here in downtown Joliet. Nitro Nite, classic cars, show cars, and as you can hear in the background, some great music as well. Fabulous food, and a good time is being had by all. Come along with me. Well, thank you, Michael. And as Mike Guglielmucci said, the idea for Nitro Nite has been in the incubator for a couple of years, but last year I went to a meeting with Mayor Tom Girani, and he said, we've got to do something for the NHRA, and here we are at Nitro Nite 2014.
Yes, and it really turned out nice. Thank God we put Mike in charge of the weather, because it really turned out great. But you know, it's the first time we got a good crowd, but it's going to do nothing but get bigger, like the Fan Fest rally did.
Absolutely, because all the folks who are down here right now tonight are having a great time, and they're going to tell you about it, and then you're going to tell somebody else about it, so that next year this is going to be like Race Fan Rally, because it's for the Speedway to kind of kick off. They've got a great weekend, and hopefully you've got some tickets to get out there, because the NHRA is a little different than NASCAR, isn't it, Mayor? You really get to get out there and get in with the drivers.
You have to appreciate it. You know, I've got tickets for NASCAR. I've had them since day one. I like NHRA, and I tell people that you think NASCAR is loud. They got about 800 horsepower. These funny cars and Top Fuel have 8,000 horsepower. Your whole body vibrates. You got to go out there to see it, to appreciate it. It's unbelievable.
Well, we appreciate the work you've done. Let me tell you something. This mayor of yours has been at every single Nitro meeting. These things just don't happen overnight. He's been at every single meeting, and we've been proud to have him there, and he's been, making the suggestions and recommendations to make this thing successful. So put it on your calendar for next year. We'll tell you in plenty of time. Come on down and join us. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. You haven't missed too many either, Richard, so thanks. Thanks for all you do.
We're going to take a look at his car later on, too. This is the busiest weekend, one of the busiest weekends in Joliet. We've got the NHRA, which starts, and you missed it unless you saw it and you're watching this a week later, and if so, you know the excitement out at Chicagoland Speedway, Route 66 Speedway. And we have Taste of Joliet going on this weekend. We got Nitro Nite going on this weekend. And then over the weekend, we got the Slammers coming in for baseball. What a town that Joliet is. Sean, welcome, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you.
And thank you for coming by and participating. This is our very first Nitro Nite. How's it been?
It's been awesome. The turnout is just incredible. It feels a lot like a Sprint Cup weekend. It's crazy how passionate the fans are in this town to not just NASCAR, but NHRA as well. We were giving away 2 tickets to our Sunday. We've had so much great input from the fans. It's been awesome.
It's an opportunity. This whole event is free. You come on downtown. It's a free event, free drawings. And next year, come on down, and who knows, you could be the experience at Route 66. If you've never seen this kind of thing happening, tell the folks a little bit about what they'll experience and the difference between, and NASCAR is great, but there is a difference.
There is a difference, that's correct. NHRA is really incredible. It's just the feeling you get. You feel it head to toe. You feel your eyes vibrate. The sound is just immense. And the reaction time that those guys have is incredible. They get down to the quarter mile in 3.5 seconds in the Top Fuel Nitro cars. It's crazy.
And you get to get right out there in the pits, so you see how they take these things apart, put them back together. It's just amazing. So, one of the things that Scott Paddock told us a few weeks ago in an interview is that Chicagoland Speedway and Route 66 are not, it's not just this event. They got things going on all the time. So check their website, which is
ChicagolandSpeedway.com or Route66Raceway.com. We got events going on all summer.
You bet. Sean, thank you.
Hey,
thank you very much. Take care. Well, I'm going to tell you what. We've talked to the mayor and we've talked to Mike Guglielmucci. We spent some time with Chicagoland Speedway and Route 66 Raceway. Now I want to introduce you to a man who's been here from the very beginning in all of these events. And also, he wants to tell you all about our 2 big cruise nights that are coming up here in downtown Joliet. John Albrecht, first of all, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Richard. Thanks for coming down and doing this for us this evening.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
thanks for all your support on this event.
Thank you.
Coming up on July 17th and August 24th, we're bringing back Route 66 Cruise Nights back to downtown. It's a very big event, a very family event. We love families to come downtown. We're having classic cars. We're having motorcycles. We're going to have a DJ that does 60s and 70s and 80s music. The kids could come down. They'll be able to dance in the street. It's all for the families, and we'll have that back down. A special thing we're going to do on the August 24th event, we also invited the Will County Emergency Management Agency down. All the local EMAs across the county we're going to honor that night, along with the cruise cars and the motorcycles. We're going to give to the volunteers, give back to the volunteers that give so much to this county. And we're going to honor them that night on August 24th.
Fantastic. Get those dates down, and we'll put the website on the screen for you. I don't know if you've got the website, but we're going to put down Joliet, what is it? CityCenterJoliet.com. Whatever it is, it's going to be there for you, okay?
And thank you, Richard, for all your support that you've given us.
Thank you, John. Thank you. It's great.
Nitro Nite in downtown Joliet. Thank you all for making this a party. Kicking off the O'Reilly Auto Parts Nationals at the Route 66 Raceway. We do it in September for the NASCAR guys. We got to do it in June for the NHRA. And the brainchild of Nitro Nite is none other than the fine mayor of the city of Joliet, Mr. Tom Girani. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, thank you.
What a night we've got in store tonight, huh?
Thank God we put you in charge of weather, okay? Yeah. It's the first day in a long time since it hasn't rained. But, great job, good turnout. Next year it's going to be even better. We weren't sure first time out of the box, but it's a great night.
Well, Mayor, you said to us a couple of years ago, hey, we do race fan rally when the NASCAR guys roll into town. We've got to do something. We have to have an event in downtown Joliet to showcase the Rialto, to showcase the City Center partnership, everything that we have in downtown. We have to do something for the NHRA guys, and this really came to fruition by you lighting the wick and getting us going on this.
It's easy to get the idea, but because of people like you and the members of the committee to put it all together and make it happen, I got to give you all the credit in the world. You've got the connections, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Tom Girani. Well, even though the nice, kind words from the mayor about me, none of you guys are here to see me. You are here to see a 6-time NHRA Pro Stock World Champion, Jed Coughlin.
Hello, how are we all doing tonight? Yeah, what a beautiful city, and a great inaugural event here. It certainly would only grow from here as as the race continues. We have a lot of fun out here at the Joliet track. We've had great success too, which always makes it fun to come back to. But Mike, thanks for having us out. I know my teammate Alan Johnson's running around here. He's right behind me here. So you've got the two past Pro Stock World Champions here, and we couldn't be happier than to be right downtown here partying with you guys.
Well, you Mopar guys aren't done. They're still going to keep taking home the Wallies. Let's talk a little nuts and bolts and X's and O's about this weekend. The Route 66 Raceway, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Nationals. It gets hot, it gets humid, but we have one of the finest racetracks in all the country right here in Joliet.
Yeah, no doubt. It's not showing its age. It's what, 15, 16 years? Doesn't seem like it's been that long out here. But we really, really enjoy coming here. That stadium-style seating is just gorgeous. And the track itself is always in pristine shape. The NHRA and the Safety Safari does a real nice job. And our biggest fan we need to cooperate with us is Mother Nature. As long as that moisture stays away, we're in great shape. Top fuel cars, funny cars are flying. The Pro Stock and Pro Stock motorcycles are humming, and it's always a great show. And for JEGS, our company, it's a big weekend with the Sportsman, the Lucas Oil Series hosts the JEGS All-Star event, which is a race within a race that is contested on Saturday for all the JEGS All-Star participants on Saturday. And that's a big, over $100,000 payout day that our company is really pleased to be a part of, and something I personally have participated in my sportsman career. And it always makes us very proud to not only host that race, but cheer it on.
2 nights of primetime qualifying here in Joliet. Friday night, tomorrow night. Saturday night, a second session. It normally doesn't happen, Jag. So now when you get your JEGS Mopar ready to go for Friday night, Saturday night you tune it, then you come back and you run on Sunday afternoon. What have you learned getting ready for race day on Sunday?
Well, fortunately, we've got a logbook that goes pretty deep. We'll definitely, the track time that we get on Friday will help us. Well, after Q1 on Friday, we run about 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. That'll get us tuned up for like the 7 p.m. run. And we certainly, about that time, the sun is starting to be a little friendlier on the racetrack. Typically, that track gets faster, and the crew chiefs do all the chassis and clutch tuning. The engineers do their job on tuning the engines just right, and we look to get out there and fly on Friday night. That sets us up real nicely for our early run on Sunday, or on Saturday, which is right around 11:45 to 12 o'clock. And sometimes that can be a really fast run for us. The track's had 2 really good sessions on it, and the track will be in pristine shape. depending on how the sun is on the track. So it all just builds itself into the finale, which is the big day on Sunday. That's our game day, and we'd love nothing more than to bring home the Wally, and that means we won all 4 of our competition rounds and took home the championship.
Well, Jack, throughout your career, you've been known to have incredible reaction times and be able to cut a light. And the mayor has laid down a challenge. He wants to race you in a golf cart. Golf cart drag race is right behind us in the state's attorney's lot. Are you in?
I'm definitely in for that.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, Jed Coughlin, 5-time NHRA Pro Stock World Champion. He'll be signing autographs along with Alan Johnson in front of the Rialto here in just a minute. How about a round of applause for Jed Coughlin? Want to stay in the Mopar camp? Alan Johnson, a former champion as well. Welcome to Joliet, AJ.
Oh, we love Joliet. I always love coming here. I always love the participation from the town. Just a beautiful, beautiful place. One of the greatest racing surfaces that we race on all year. And just like Jake said, I'm just always happy to come here.
Well, I have to personally thank you, Jag. We were getting some drivers lined up and schedules didn't all come together, and I called Jag and he says, well, you want AJ, and how about Erica Enders and Steve Johnson, and all this started to come together, and I just have to personally thank all you guys for taking time out of your busy schedules to come down. You bet. Come downtown Joliet for the inaugural night, Nitro Nite here in Joliet.
Well, you know, it's what it's all about. You fans is what makes NHRA and Pro Stock and all the classes. If it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be any racing. So we thank y'all for putting it together.
Well, let's talk about the Route 66 Raceway, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Nationals. Man, I shouldn't keep saying it. I got Jag's Auto Parts right next to us, huh? Jaggy. But anyway, this weekend, stop, I think it's, halfway, 12 of 24 or so. Thus far, let's get a report card out for the season thus far.
I think this is the 11th event, 10th event, something like that, so we're almost halfway. You know, I like to brag on our team. I think out of 10 races, Jag and I have won 5 of them in Pro Stock. And the new Dodge Dart has won 3 out of its 7 debuts. So we're really, really proud of that in the Mopar camp. We're both right there, second, third, almost tied for points. Really happy with our performance so far. And, you know, as a team, you won't find a stronger team than we've assembled with these 2 groups of people.
Alan, in the Pro Stock division, the difference from the pole winner to 16th is just incredible. It's nothing.
You know, I tell everybody each week, I think 2 weeks ago there was 8 cars that could qualify and win. Last week there was 10. This week there'll probably be 12. So Pro Stock it's very, very close. Got a lot of strong teams with a lot of teammates. So you know, it's the most competitive year in Pro Stock that I can ever remember.
In a long, long time, it truly has. Race fans, put your hands together for Alan Johnson, driver of the Mopar. Alan Johnson Mopar, and we look forward to one of you two getting to get the Wallies on Sunday afternoon. Once again, Alan and Jeg will be signing autographs in front of the beautiful Rialto Square Theater, and then we're going to get them over on some golf carts and have some fun. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you to Tony's Finer Foods. Thank you to Protown Properties, as well as our friends from Allstate for putting on tonight's inaugural Nitro Nite in downtown Joliet. Plenty more to go. The Bud Light is cold. The food is there. Patronize your vendors. Go have a good time. Plenty more to come tonight, including the First Lady of Drag Racing, Shirley Muldowney.
I found 98.3 WCCQ. I'm here with Colin. Hi, Colin.
Hi, how's it going?
Really good. Now, how did CCQ get involved in this Nitro Nite?
Well, one of our sales reps was contacted by the city of Joliet, and from there it just went snowballed to where we're here and right in the middle of the car show, and that's it.
Excellent. What kind of music do you play?
We play country music.
And where are you located?
We're located in Crest Hill at the corner of Route 30 and Caton Farm, and right across from the Speedway.
Okay. And you're local, and it's really good that you're sponsoring a booth here at this local event. What a great night.
Fantastic night. A lot of great cars, a lot of great people. Couldn't ask for a better night.
We're glad you're here. Thanks so much, Colin.
Thank you.
I just caught Cam Barnett here, who has been running around here like she's got roller skates on, and she's been doing this for 24 years, and this is her last hurrah for downtown events, being in charge and setting things up. And in behalf of Channel 6 and yours truly, I want to thank you for your work, your dedication, your commitment, and behind the camera somewhere, your husband is also a great volunteer. If we catch up to him, we'll talk to him too.
He sure is. Thank you very much, Richard. I've loved working downtown and working on these events for all the years I've been here. And if I could still, I'll probably be a professional volunteer though, and end up at all these events whether I want to or not. And Wayne, I got Wayne started on volunteering as soon as I started here, so he's been an awesome help over the years, as has Richard. He's wonderful. So thank you very much.
We're going to have this young lady on in the weeks to come because she and her daughter have a brand new business, and we'll tell you all about Sweet Cheeks Cupcakes, right?
That's right. Yep.
And you just have to stay tuned for that one. We'll tell you all about that in a couple of weeks. Thank you, Cam. Thank you very much.
I'm here with Ed and Rose, and I love your shirts.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now, I understand neither of you are from Joliet, but you're down here enjoying Nitro Nite. Is that correct, Rose?
Yes, it is. We're having a great time.
And how about you, Ed? Have you been here before to Joliet?
Oh, many a times. I've been to the track when it first opened up.
And you're having a good time tonight?
Absolutely, having a great time. Enjoying the food, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the band.
Now, this is the first time for Nitro Nite. Do you think it's a good idea?
Pardon?
It's the first time for Nitro Nite. Do you think it's a good idea?
Awesome. This is really awesome. I'm glad everybody's getting together. This is so much fun. We got our tickets for the weekend. We're excited about it. Running into people on the streets that drive, it's awesome.
Now, do you stay in Joliet for the weekend, or do you go back and forth?
Oh, we go back and forth, of course.
Well, good. We're really glad to see you here. We hope you have a good time.
Well, we're glad to see the both of you, too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Tim Riley, the busiest guy in the entire city of Joliet, the county of Will, is down here tonight, Nitro Nite. First of all, Tim Riley, thank you for coming by.
Oh, you're welcome. I love being here.
Now, this is the first time for Nitro Nite, of course, and it's turning out to be a much better attendance than, quite frankly, we thought there would be for our very first night.
Well, you never know on the first night, and believe me, I'm a little leery myself, but if you turn around, the place is packed.
Yeah, it's great. It's great weather, of course, and Tim phoned me, texted me about 3 o'clock this afternoon and said, don't worry, I get it all handled. So he took care of that. But let's do this. I know you're going to be at Taste of Joliet over the weekend, and so just in case you're a few people who live west of Route 59 and don't know anything about Babe's Hot Dogs, let's do a little commercial.
So you want me to tell you where Babe's Hot Dog is?
I want to know where Babe's Hot Dog is, what you sell, and you have cruise nights there too.
Yeah, we have a cruise night every Wednesday night, and we usually get over 200 cars if the weather cooperates. It's been terrible this year. But, Babe's Hot Dogs, the name is deceiving because we have so many more sandwiches. We have wraps, salads, burgers, poor boys. We have the best homemade pot roast you've ever seen in your life. I mean, I will put it up against your grandma's.
Well, my grandmother did not do very good, but I have had your meatloaf, and it's delicious. And your hamburgers, I love your hamburgers. I know your hot dogs, but I'm talking about the other stuff that's at the restaurant. Now, here tonight, you got, what do you have, hot dogs, hamburgers?
We got hot dogs, hamburgers, Polish sausage, corn dogs, cheesy fries, and I think that's about it.
Good. Same thing at Taste of Joliet, or a few more?
We're at Taste of Joliet, we're doing burgers, pulled pork, pot roast, Polish, cheesy fries. Oh, you're putting me on the spot here. I'm getting old.
You're not getting old till you catch up with me.
But we're going to have a good time. It's kind of funny. Mike Lugamucci asked me to do this, and I was like, yeah, no problem. And then 2 weeks ago, he goes, you're still doing it, right? He goes, it's the day before the taste, right? I go, I'll pull it off. I pulled up today, and I go, we've been working for 2 days trying to put the two shows together. I said, if I ever agree to this again, I want you to slap me in the head.
Well, it's going to be worthwhile for you tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you out at the Taste. and all the other events you're at. And, of course, Race Fan Rally coming up in the fall.
We'll be there, I promise.
Okay.
Right,
Thanks,
thank
Tim.
you.
Tim Riley. By the way, move away from the camera here and see our executive chef. Wave at the camera. Who is that executive chef? What's his name?
His name is Dave Gregory. They call him Whitey.
All right, Whitey, thank you. We're going to continue.
Hi, Don. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Great night.
Oh, it's a wonderful night. So good to see you down here in Joliet.
Yeah.
You've been gone how many years?
Well, I haven't gone anywhere, but I've been retired from the city as planning director for 5 years. And I've been with the University of St. Francis and having some fun at the university, doing some projects downtown and on the main campus on Plainfield Road.
You know what, tell us about what you're doing down here with the University of St. Francis.
Well, the big project we have right now is, a lot of your viewers will know, the old Mode Theater building downtown. And the university acquired the building. That's right behind us here, and across the street from the Rialto. We acquired it about a year ago, and we're doing a $2.2 million renovation of the Rialto for new classrooms, offices, and glad to announce it'll be open for business in mid-August, and the classes will start. So it's another great addition to downtown Joliet.
Oh, it sure is. How many students do you expect to be down here then, come August?
Well, we have 3 programs coming down, our criminal justice program, our park and recreation program, and we got some action over there, and our business incubator program. So through the day, there'll be hundreds of students, coming in and out of the facility, and that's in addition to our art school, which is on the 3rd and 4th floor of the Rialto, which is another wonderful addition to downtown, as well as got to give 4 thumbs up for Joliet Junior College and the wonderful building they're putting up on the north end of our downtown on North Chicago Street.
Now, when do you think that building will be up and running?
I'm not quite sure, but I believe it'll be several years that'll be open, and I believe Joliet Junior College will have at least 500 students down here in the downtown area. So people need to be encouraged about what's happening downtown. And here's my old planning director hat. I'll take your hat and put it back on. And I still have a true faith in our downtown and what can happen. And the mayor and city council and the staff are doing a wonderful job with a $50 million transportation center, which will be opening fairly soon. And looking forward to Will County building a new courthouse. And
so am I.
I'm sure you'll be willing and able to be in a new courtroom, and we're really happy that the county has the faith in our city to stay in Joliet and keep the county seat in downtown Joliet. And I know our county officials and city officials have been working very hard to make that happen.
Yes, they have. Can I ask you another thing? Right behind us, I see a lot of scaffolding in front of the Rialto. What's going on?
Well, Randy Green and the board of the Rialto Theater, they took on a big project this last year, and as you can see on the top of the building, the historic terracotta of the building was deteriorating. And my understanding from talking to Randy Green is that there's no more quarries in the Midwest or in the United States quarries terracotta anymore. So they had to import terracotta from England. And my understanding is coming over by boat and should be here sometime this summer. And the project will be completed and the Rialto restored to its grandeur on the outside by November. So it's good things are happening. So.
Our Jewel of Joliet.
The Jewel of Joliet. We all remember that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Seeing movies and concerts and different things. So, yeah, good things.
Yeah, well, it's so good to see you, Don.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for poking me on the shoulder and asking if I wanted to say hello, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, we're so glad you did. You have a good night.
You too now. Thank you.
Brand new business in downtown Joliet and a great family. We have, as you can see in the background, Allstate Insurance, one of our great sponsors here tonight. And I've got the two owners, right?
Yeah, two owners right here.
Owners. And your name is?
My name is Victor Herrera, and I'm half of her family agencies, and that's my sister there.
Sister, and what is your name?
Nancy Herrera.
Nancy and Victor Herrera, the Herrera Family Agencies, located
167 North Chicago Street in Joliet, Illinois.
And
and 1115 Essington Road in Joliet, and 240-44 West Main Street in Plainfield.
They've got you all covered no matter where you're at in Will County, steps away, minutes away from driving your Allstate insurance agent. You know, the Mayhem guy was behind the camera. We couldn't get him over here, but maybe next time. Victor, tell me, well, first of all, what's your impression of downtown Joliet? You've been in business for a couple of months.
Oh, I love it. It's full of great people. I can't say enough about the community. We're tight-knit, and they already let me into their tight-knit community, and I love it. I'm really happy that we made this decision to come downtown.
Very good. And Nancy, you're mostly in Essington and Plainfield, holding the fort down there. How's that Plainfield-Essington area for you?
Oh, it's definitely a lot of traffic as well, and we definitely feel like all three offices are joined together. So,
good. Very good. And I thank both of you for being down here tonight as sponsors. We put in together the motorcycles. We've never done that before, and we've got a couple of them that came down. Next year will be bigger and better, and it's all a part of Nitro Nite in downtown Joliet. You know, two of my favorite people are downtown at Nitro Evening, and I will tell you something. Bob Navarro, Mary Beth DeGrush, if you can find them in, I don't know, Streeter, Dixon, Lockport, Lamont, the Buckingham Fountain, Route 66. Mary Beth is seen climbing the giant down there in Wilmington. Bob Navarro is on Route 53. They're everywhere because they're with the Heritage Corridor and Convention and Visitors Bureau, and things are really happening here tonight. Bob, welcome.
This is great to be here. This is exciting for the first night to see so many people down here, so many cars, and a lot of activities, so this is great.
It is. We had no idea, Mary Beth, how many people would come down here tonight, how many cars would come down here tonight for a first time, and it's a success. And
I think we're starting a new tradition here.
It is, and Tom Girani got behind this thing here and said, we need to do something for the NHRA, and we've done that. But let me do this real quick, just like we rehearsed. What's the next big event that Mary Beth DeGrush is going to be with and at and promoting for the Heritage Corridor?
On Sunday, the Move It movement from Cartoon Network will be at the Slammers game, promoting activities for children, and it's going to be a good time.
At Silver Cross Field here in Joliet?
Yes.
Fantastic. More events, and to know what upcoming events are, all you need to do is go to
heritagecorridorcvb.com.
See, just like we rehearsed. Thank you very much, the two of you. Thank you. Come along. We've got more people to talk to.
Good evening. I'm here with Mayor Tom Girani. How are you, Tom?
I'm fine. Great night. First night we haven't had a rain in a long time. It's a great night. Great turnout.
And this is Nitro Nite, and I understand that you were instrumental in starting this.
Absolutely. A couple of years ago, after having the race fan rally for NASCAR, me being a kind of a gearhead years ago, I used to do a little drag racing. I says to the committee, hey, why don't we have a Nitro Nite? So thanks for a lot of help from Mike Guglielmucci and the rest of the committee. We put this together and got a nice night and great turnout.
We sure do. What do you think the turnout is tonight?
I don't know. I'm terrible at that kind of stuff, you know. When we had the Star Wars and I was told that the museum had over 4,000 people, I couldn't believe it. So I'm very bad at that kind of stuff. So
we're standing here in front of what kind of car?
It's a 62 Chevy Impala, two-door hardtop, 3-speed stick. And I bought it 2 years ago, and it had 13,700 miles on it. So I was very lucky. My wife and I, in '62, bought one almost exactly like this, only it was black with blue interior. And I've been looking for about 2.5 years for one. And luckily, a friend of mine found this for me.
Now, have you done anything to this car?
Absolutely nothing. I changed the tires. They had the original tires on it. They dry rotted, so I put new tires on it. The rest is totally original, the paint, etc., etc.
Well, I'm not going to ask you what you paid for it. However, I understand you have the original receipt for this car.
I do, and it was a little over $3,100, and believe me, I paid a lot more than that for it.
I'm sure you did. Well, this is a great affair. We really appreciate the idea, and I think everybody's having a wonderful time.
Well, sometimes you hear people say there's nothing to do in Joliet. They have this, they have the NHRA, they got the taste this weekend, so if you think there's nothing to do, you must be living under a rock.
Now, are you going to be out at the taste?
I'm going to go out probably Sunday. I'm going out to the Dragstrip tomorrow afternoon And I'm thinking of taking our grandson Saturday afternoon. I may go Saturday, but I'm going Sunday for sure.
Now, there's also something at the Historical Museum this weekend. Tomorrow, Palooza?
Oh, yes, there is. But, I mean, there is so much going on. You just can't keep... And I don't have my calendar with me, so I can't tell you.
Well, I think that says a lot for stay vacations, right?
Absolutely. And like I say, it turned out great. We had a lot of help, and the weather's beautiful. So if you're not having a good time...
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Well, hello. I was walking down the street, and I ran into three of you, and I thought I'd ask you how you're doing today. Who do I have here?
Tommy.
Caitlin.
Stone.
And Stone. Okay, do you live in Joliet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what are you doing at Nitro Nite? You having a good time?
Yeah, I'm looking at the cars. Pretty cool.
Are you a car buff?
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah.
Now, where do you go to school, Stone?
Dirksen Junior High.
Okay, what grade are you in?
7th.
Okay.
7th.
Enjoying this?
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have an old car down here?
No.
Well, it's very nice to see all of you. I hope you have a really good time.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm here with Sean from O'Reilly Auto, and I understand you're one of our sponsors.
Yep, we've been sponsoring this event out here in Chicago for about 4 years now, and we're big NHRA fans, and we want to make sure all the drivers and all the fans have a great time this weekend.
Now, you have a store local, right?
Yep, we have a store out in Joliet there on Jefferson Street. Matter of fact, it's a new store. They just moved it from the old Murray's place.
Oh, so where is it on Jefferson?
Just about 2 blocks down from the old one.
Excellent. Well, that's good. A new location, not too far from the original. Now, you've got something on display here that I was sort of intrigued with. Can you explain what this is to those of us that perhaps do not know?
It's a Holley Dominator carburetor. It's a 1,050 CFM carburetor.
And is that what you sell?
Huh?
Is that what you sell?
Yep, we sell those and buzz all your OEM parts and plenty of other things you can buy for your vehicle.
Now, you'll be out at the track all weekend, is that right?
Yep, I'll be out there starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning and be there Friday through Saturday.
Okay, and you're hoping for a good weekend. Tonight sure is nice.
Yep, it's great out here. This weather right now is beautiful. So if you're around and you can tell 10 o'clock, come on out.
Sounds good. Thanks for sponsoring. I'm sure everybody will be glad to see you this weekend.
Yep, stop by the Raleigh Auto Parts booth while you're out there, and we got some free giveaways for you guys to come and pick up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm here in front of Nico's, and I'm with Rosa. Hi, Rosa.
Hi.
And I understand that you are one of the owners of Nico's.
Yes, I am.
And how many locations do you have?
We have 2 locations, one in downtown Chicago, or Joliet, on Chicago and Ohio Street, and another one, our second location, is on Essington, right next to the Silver Cross Medical Center.
Okay, and it says Nico's Pizzeria and Grill. What do you serve?
Right now we serve slices of pizza, cheese, sausage, or pepperoni for $3, and anything you like to drink.
Okay, and you're down here supporting Nitro Nite?
Yes, we are.
And how are you doing?
Wonderful.
I'll tell you what, the pizza smells good.
Thank you.
And now, where did the name Nico's come from?
Well, my husband's name is Nico, and he loves to cook, and we started our business because of his cooking.
Oh, well, very good. And I think he's back there working for all the fans that are down here.
Yes.
Good. Well, thanks for being here, and it's so nice to meet you.
Sure, no problem. Nice to meet you, too.
I just found another guy with a microphone. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Dina, how are you?
I'm really good. And you're with WJOL, correct?
I am, yep.
And that's our local radio station. What do you broadcast?
Well, right now, here at Nitro Nite, we got a little Joliet Slammers baseball. We're the home of the Joliet Slammers. All 96 games you can hear right here on 1340 WJOL. Of course, we have NHRA. We're going to be out there broadcasting live on Friday afternoon, the Kevin Collins Show from 3 to 7. Of course, when NASCAR rolls into town, we kick it into high gear then, too. We got Scott Slocum in the morning. He's going to be broadcasting the afternoon show. We got pre-race coverage. We're really your home for anything NASCAR, both in July and for the fall race when we start the chase for the Cup, 1340 WJOL.
You sure have a busy schedule.
I'll tell you what, it's from here to the end of the summer, we're going to be very busy. So any of the big events in Joliet and around the area, come look for us.
Well, we're glad to see you down here tonight, Nick.
Well, pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Executive Walsh. How are you?
I'm doing really great. What a beautiful evening in downtown Joliet.
Yes, in fact it is. You enjoying the night?
Oh, absolutely. How can you not? You know, all the activity down here, all the enthusiasm, everybody looking forward to the weekend, you know, and so a lot of camaraderie, you know, people running into one another and shaking hands. A lot of new faces down here tonight, so that's a good thing. Anytime we can get people to come down and visit downtown Joliet, you know, they'll be back.
Absolutely. Now, I understand that you had a really special night last night.
Well, I was very, very honored to have been chosen as a Distinguished Citizen of the Year for the Boy Scouts, and we had a dinner and a function over at the Patrick Henry. Well, which one was it over
Patrick
there?
Haley Mansion.
Yeah, Haley Mansion. Yeah, geez. Anyway, so we had a great. Nice seeing you too, Nick. Yeah, we had a great time, a full house, 220 some people, and we honored a lot of Eagle Scouts, Boy Scouts, and a lot of the people that have been Scout leaders, den leaders, and den mothers, and everything like that, and a great turnout.
Yes, indeed it was. And there's a great turnout here tonight as well.
Absolutely. Good gosh, it's great to see the streets and the sidewalks of downtown Joliet filled with people having fun.
Larry, you going to get out to the races this weekend?
I'm going to try. I got a full weekend ahead of me, but I'm going to try and maybe squeeze in. I'd like to get out there and certainly support Scott Paddock. You know, he has done just a tremendous job since coming here, you know, to Joliet. He has really brought that racetrack and the whole concept out there up another step higher, you know, and so I'd like to get out there and always show my support for everything that he does out there.
Well, I know you make every event. Whenever I go, I see you.
Well, then that means you must make every event, Dinah.
Well, I try.
Yeah, you do. You do a great job too. But you're born and raised Jolietian here in Joliet. So I was from Elwood, but Joliet is our county seat. And I'll do anything that we can do to make sure that the county seat of Will County grows and is highlighted with all the activities that go on here in the summertime.
Well, we talked to Don Fisher earlier, and there's a lot going on downtown.
Oh my gosh, there certainly is. And if the mayor is successful in getting more businesses down here, more bars, more restaurants, I see he's got a couple of them that are about to make their announcements, you know. And then with what Joliet Junior College is doing down here, we put 400 or 500 college students down here on a daily basis that can't do nothing but move up and become more viable and vibrant down here. So,
well, you know, we're looking at the mode over here and the University of St. Francis.
Now, what was the last movie that you saw at the mode, Dinah?
Oh, you're going way too far back for me, Larry.
I can't remember the last movie I saw at the Rialto, but I can remember the days. I can really remember the days when there would be lines going into the Rialto and lines waiting to go into whatever was showing at the mode. That's absolutely correct, downtown Joliet.
Well, I got to tell you, I remember the snow camps at the Rialto. So let me ask you, we're still hoping for a new courthouse as well, right?
Well, we certainly are working that way. We've got a lot of collaboration and cooperation, a lot of players playing together. We signed the contracts with Jim Rolfe on the First Midwest Bank. We've got to do some environmental studies yet and make sure that everything is clean, and we're ready to move forward. We have to we have a white company coming in doing the plans and figuring out what space needs we need and how big we need to put up, and the most important thing that we still have to discuss is a revenue stream to pay for it.
Well, let's hope we can figure that one out.
Well, we certainly should. You know, in the next 25 or 30 years, Will County is going to become the second most populated county in the state of Illinois, with over 1.2 to 1.25 million people, second only to Cook County. And our citizens deserve to have something in the 21st century with the most modern technology and, most importantly, all the safety aspects of making sure everybody that steps into that courthouse is safe and secure, and all the other amenities. So I think that there's going to be support from the business community, from the labor community, and I hope basically from the general public community to put something here in downtown Joliet that we can be proud of for the next 50 to 75 years.
I hope so, and you know, with all that growth, I think nights like tonight is why people are coming here.
I think so too. I think they can see it. That it's going to come, and you know, we're planning on this building being tore down to the what we call 121 here, Chicago Street, where the state's attorney still has some offices in. Once we get the final renovations done at the MCO building, the court annex, hopefully within the next 15, 18 months. When we get that and we move the whole employee force of the state's attorneys into that office, this is going to become the property of the city of Joliet, and I think they have plans of tearing this down, and we're going to create second to none a plaza out here for downtown Joliet that functions like this. I hope would happen almost every weekend.
Oh, that'd be great, Larry. Thanks so much for sharing all those bits of information.
Well, those are a lot of big dreams, you know, but hopefully we'll see them come through fruition, you know.
I certainly hope so. Let's get back to the fun.
All right, thank you, Dinah.
Thanks, Larry. Councilman Turk, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good, Diana. How are you?
I'm really good. Good to see you down here enjoying this fine evening.
Thank you. It's a beautiful evening, and you know, you got to commend the organizers of this event. It's the first one, first annual, I guess, and you know, they were expecting hope for maybe 300 or 400 people, and I think they estimated the crowd of 4,000. So it's, I mean, hats off to the guys the ladies who put it together and organized it. The weather's fantastic, so everything came together.
Well, as a councilman for Joliet, you have to be really happy to see such a great event and such a big crowd.
Oh, I am, you know, and there's a couple of cruise nights coming up, and I think one in July, one in August, and those are usually packed too, and hopefully we'll get a couple more events. And, you know, we had more and more, and at Bicentennial Park and here, and when the economy kind of went down, we had to cut back, but hopefully now we'll be able to put some of these back in motion, and people enjoy them. You see people you don't see all year, you know.
Oh, I know. Now, we have a lot of race fans here today, and I understand we have another race fan rally in September.
Right, there's one in September for the NASCAR. It coincides with the NASCAR race in September out at the Chicagoland Speedway. And then there's another race. I don't understand racing that well, but there's another one in July that I think the festival down here will be like July 17th for a July 19th race. So I hope everybody comes down and it's a night like tonight and has a good time.
So we're really a vacation hotspot here, aren't we?
I hope so. You know, we got a lot to offer. And it's nice to see people from outside of the community of Joliet here, too. I've run into people from Crest Hill and Plainfield and Rockdale and Shorewood and everywhere else. So it's nice to see that. And this, the Park District is going to put on their Taste of Joliet this weekend. And I guess they're expecting a massive crowd out there tomorrow night. And hopefully they'll get good weather and great crowds and they'll be very successful.
So will I see you out there?
I'll be out there.
Me too. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Diana. Take care.
I was admiring this beautiful Mustang, and it said Chi-Chi's Mustang, and I was looking for the owner. Are you Chi-Chi?
I'm Chi-Chi Garcia, and this is my Mustang, 1998, 4.6.
It's beautiful. How long have you had it?
I've had this for like 12 years. Every year I put a little money into it, a little more money into it. It seems like it never stops, but you just kind of dress it up and let it go. Sometimes I race it at the strip. Sometimes you bring it to all the car shows.
Chi-Chi, I remember Mustangs back in the day when I was in high school. Have you had some cars before this?
Yeah, back in the day I had a 67 Ford, and then I had a Maverick, and then I went into motorcycles, and then I went into the cars. Back in the day when we used to go to Dragstrip at Oswego and US 30, my brother had a 69 Nova we used to take all the time and race, so it just kind of went in a generation of going to cars. My older brother still has that car, and we still take it here and there.
What's your favorite?
Oh, it's my Mustang.
Of course. Now,
this is my baby.
Now, this is a City of Joliet function, and I understand you work for the city.
Yep, and we work for the city. I'm an engineer at City Hall and the police department, and we're here to sponsor the mayor. Well, you know, this is his big thing, and you know, we all do pitch in. Everybody pitches in. I call the fire department, I'll call the cops, and say, hey, you got cars? We got cops that have hot rods, and firemen have the hot rods, and we all bring them out to support the mayor and this thing for the city. This is our thing. This is the mayor's thing.
How many cars are here tonight, do you know?
I don't know. I walked around, I would say like 75, somewhere around there.
Well, they're up and down Chicago Street. They were on Clinton Street when I was walking around.
Yeah, they're up and down. I mean, they're coming in a little bit later and stuff. Lawson bring his car in and fired that funny car up. It was really cool. And other than that, I mean, everybody's having a good time. It's a good show today. Everybody turned out very well. The weather was good. And other than that, everything is working out. We're working really good.
What more could we want?
Nothing, you know, he's having another couple cruises here, the mayor is, and somebody needs to put him on the calendar, and we all support him and come down there and give him a good time. And everything is family down there. Everybody's having a good time, and everybody's very respectful about everybody else's cars, and it's good. The band's good. Beer's cold.
Chi-Chi, do you know the dates for the other cruise nights?
You know, I got them in my pocket. I don't.
Well, I hope you have the Mustang down here.
Well, it'll be here. It'll be here.
Well, we'll see you then. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I just found Greg Pierbolt over there bartending and pulled him away to say hi. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Judge. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Pouring a lot of beer over there.
Well, it's such a nice night. It's really nice of you to be down here helping. You're with the Historical Museum, right?
That is correct, and I'm excited to help on the first Nitro Night down here. It's excellent crowd, good night, good music, food.
Absolutely, but I understand you have a big day coming up on Saturday.
We do. We're doing our multicultural palooza. It's going to be a free day, and we're going to have demonstrations, dances, all kinds of exhibits from just sort of a small cross-section of Joliet's different cultural communities. So we certainly invite the public out Saturday, free all day.
That's excellent. Is it the first time you've had this event?
We've had it over the past couple years. It's an event that's really well liked and growing. So
there's a lot for everyone to do in Joliet this weekend.
Absolutely, every weekend.
Every weekend. We've got the taste this weekend. We've got the racing. We've got your event.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to get to all of them.
Well, you going to try?
I'm going to try. Yes.
So am I.
All right.
It's really good to see you, Greg.
You too, Judge. Thank you.
What a great evening. I tell you what, it is fabulous. The first time Nitro Nite downtown Joliet. Thank you to our sponsors, Tony's Finer Foods, Protown Properties, and Allstate Insurance. Thank you so much for believing in us. And about a little over 3,000 people here tonight. First time event, classic cars, motorcycles, a great band. We heard the mayor and the interviews with the drivers. Just a great night. Put it on the calendar for next year. And thank you for watching. I'm Richard Fedrickson. This has been a Channel 6 special.